After 2 days of grilling by the Senate Judiciary Committee, Judge Amy Coney Barrett will not appear on the fourth and final day of the hearing as panel members continue to debate her approval. A handful of witnesses are also expected to testify for and against the judge. Amy Coney Barrett once again managed to play it safe on providing details on how she would rule on key controversial issues like family separation and self-pardon. Our next report gives you all the highlights and key takeaways of this hearing so far.
I was under the impression that you were a different person than Justice Scalia and that you had, in your own words, your own mind. Is that fair to say? Frankly, I think it is demeaning and insulting.
Well, I just want to understand, are you saying that you refuse to dispute a known fact, or that you refuse to agree with a known fact?
So you think there might be a conflict and therefore you would have to go through that entire
Senator,
process?
I think anytime someone makes a motion to recuse, and indeed even one is not made, a judge always has to consider that issue. So
my question is simply, were you aware of President Trump's opposition to the Affordable Care Act during that time?
Why is there one amendment that has these 5 freedoms clustered? Why do they hang together?
I don't know what you're getting at on that one. You mean like what is the common denominator?
Supreme Court nominee Amy Coney Barrett faced the Senate Judiciary Committee on day 3 of hearing. The crucial hearing comes 2 weeks before the Senate votes to confirm Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court. This time, Barrett was grilled for 8 hours. She presented herself as a judge with an original approach to law, and she vowed to keep her personal and religious views in check. Barrett was grilled on contentious issues including family separation, racial discrimination, climate change, healthcare and election integrity. Barrett had one answer to nearly all the questions.
Policies as they want within a matter of hot political debate in which I can't express a view or be drawn into as a judge. Senator, I'm not going to make a comment. I'm not going to say that I endorse either the majority or the dissent in the case of Shelby County. And again, I want to stress, I have no animus to or agenda for the Affordable Care Act. So I'm not sure exactly where you're going with this.
Barrett was asked whether a president had the power to pardon himself or herself for a crime. She declined to answer the question directly and said that it has never been litigated. She also refused to respond when asked whether a president who refuses to comply with a court order is a threat to the U.S. Constitution.
Senator Leahy, so far as I know, that question has never been litigated. That question has never arisen. That question may or may not arise, but it's one that calls for a legal analysis of what the scope of the pardon power is.
Democratic Vice Presidential nominee Kamala Harris grilled Barrett over her views on voting discrimination and climate change. Harris reiterated that the proceedings lacked legitimacy as people want the newly elected president to fill the vacant Supreme Court seat.
I think any opinion that I would express, and I don't mean to signal that I disagree with this statement either. What I mean to say is I'm not going to express an opinion because these are very charged issues.
Barrett was also questioned on the Trump administration's practice of separating children from their families at the US-Mexico border. The Trump administration separated more than 2,500 children from their parents at the border during the summer of 2018. World leaders, lawmakers and religious groups, including Pope Francis, denounced the practice as inhuman. However, Judge Barrett called it a matter of policy debate.
Well, Senator Booker, that's been a matter of policy debate, and, obviously that's a matter of hot political debate in which I can't express a view or be drawn into as a judge.
Democrats again pressed Barrett over her views on the Affordable Care Act, noting that Trump had made clear that he wished to repeal it. In an exchange with Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, Barrett insisted she never cut a deal with the president to invalidate Obamacare.
Well, Senator Klobuchar, all these questions, you're suggesting that I have animus or that I cut a deal with the president, and I was very clear yesterday that that isn't what happened.
Barrett had some embarrassing moments during the Power Pact hearing. She failed to name 5 freedoms of the First Amendment.
What are the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment?
Speech, religion, press, assembly. Speech, press, religion, assembly. I don't know. What am I missing?
Redress or protest.
Okay.
Day 3 of marathon questioning session was the last day for Barrett in the hot seat. Adhering to a standard protocol, senators privately met to review the FBI assessment of Judge Barrett before they hear from advocacy groups. On the final day of hearing, witnesses who favor and oppose Barrett's confirmation are presenting their cases. The Republican-ruled Senate is expected to fill the vacant Supreme Court seat this month. A 6-3 Conservative majority will follow as a natural consequence. The controversial hearing has laid bare the deep divisions that run in the U.S. Senate.
The hope was not to really change anybody's mind. I don't think that's possible in today's environment. And I say that, Mr. Barrett, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman.
U.S. Election Desk, WION World is One.